Hey everyone, welcome back to GregTech New Horizons. We're currently down here near our steel production, which last episode we built and it broke down the same episode. So great build, let's try to fix it. I believe it is because of the weaker cables we used, so I made some thicker cables as I said last episode during the end. And now I'm hooking these up and just hoping they don't explode or disintegrate like the last ones did. So this should be working, I would think. We also have some cables in the back that you can't really see or access from here. So I think they're right around this area, if I were to guess. Right here, those are still intact, but I'm going to replace these as well, just to be 100% safe, as these are thick cables as well. And I also have some more. So when that is going again, we should be seeing more oxygen and therefore steel. There was an enderman down here. I actually need ender pearls, but I don't think I'll be able to catch that guy. So let's get back up here. The trapdoor is very useful indeed. Nothing more produced here. Also need to fix up this area now because it's a mess. Can we? No, we can't access this, maybe? No, but we should be able to see if everything is working. So no power complaints, which was the main issue last time. Fix this area up again so we can now attend to our other issues, which would be making more circuits. I have a lot of stuff running simultaneously, but we're mainly waiting on the crushed obsidian as we need to use the macerator rather soon. As well as, what are we waiting on? Something for the resistors I'm waiting on, I believe. Yes, over here in this centrifuge, I'm making carbon, and that we're going to use for the resistors, since there's a very cheap recipe with the refined glue that we have over here. And then we should only need this and that, I believe. And this will get 4 of the resistors each, and it shouldn't take too long to craft. While this is making our resistors, we can start working on the circuit boards, which mainly require copper and wood. And I often forget that I have a tree farm up here, since it's working extremely well and even supplying me with a surplus of charcoal. It's starting to fill up. Everything is working so great at this tree farm. Really glad that I built it. So let's go down here with a little bit of wood. We have one more hole, and I have one more block right here to fix that hole. Is my macerator busy? No, but it has to be busy with some obsidian in a few seconds. So I'm probably going to process the oh, I made some bone meal. Don't even remember why I did that. Process the wood with some of the crushing bowls. I don't know what they're called, but you can craft them and it's very quick. The crushing bowl is actually called a mortar. Yes, very good at English. Let's stuff the iron back in there. I usually keep a little bit of iron and a few sticks in this box right here alongside all of my tools when I need to craft something. But that should give us some wood pulp. We need a lot more though, so I'm going to get a lot more wood and a lot more wood pulp to make the planks that you need to make in a compressor. Oh yeah, here we go. 32 now, 33 now. It's going quick, which is really nice. We ran out of some ingredients here. We got 1 stack, I believe. We need 2 though, as 1 stack of electronic circuits requires 2 of these. I actually have the steel item casings, as I miscrafted those, an entire stack of them, and I thought I would never get them away from me. But making circuits, it actually works out for me. We need a few more of those, as well as copper we're currently waiting on, and something over here in the compressor. These guys, the wooden plank, is what we're getting the wood pulp for. Oh, and while we're at it, we're running out of refined glue, and it's really difficult to produce. We take a lot of rubber currently, so let's take some chemist coins and get some empty cells over here and just trade them for some good cells over here in coins. And that should be it. So submit that, claim that. And here we go, quest complete, glue, which is what we need a lot of. Can I just put them in here, or do I need a fluid maker to get them out of the cells? Probably. So I think we might actually have one left over. If we quickly go back to our base, there might be one, since I believe that I made an extra one at some point. No, it's not a canning machine, centrifuge, thermal centrifuge, combustion generator, gas turbine. Nope, we don't have one. Well, I probably need to make one then. I spotted this a little while ago that red alloy ingots are really slow to work with. Like, really slow. So I should probably take these out and just wait on this to process and take a file, which is probably the fastest way to do this, as we need some of the red alloy bolts. We actually need 2 stacks, I just realized, because we need 2 stacks of vacuum tubes, which, by the way, these glass tubes also take hours to process. And a lot of steel. That's 4 stacks of steel around about there. So these circuits are pretty expensive. If there's a way to avoid these vacuum tubes, that would be great. Had to wait around for quite some time. Oh, we actually need more tools. We need a screwdriver. Do we have one that's actually repaired? All of them are really low in durability. How do I make a screwdriver again, though? Shouldn't be too difficult. That's not it, right? Oh my goodness. Okay, let me make a screwdriver then. Or rather, let's make 4, because all of our ones are currently just falling apart. And I think with something like this, we're only going to make 16 of them, since that's all the obsidian we have. And there we go, that's good. And now we can add those in near our fuel production, where we are entirely full of oxygen, which we might want to carry over to this part of the base right here, but I'm not too sure if that is currently too viable. So I'm going to put these in. I'm not too sure what we needed. Oh, no, don't. Please don't. No. No. Okay, that should prevent it from filling up with water. Maybe I have to do something about that. Let's put that here, because this tank was filling up and even consuming all of my cells right here. That is looking a lot more impressive, but at some point we will definitely need some iron tanks for these fluids, or start voiding them. But I'm really quite sure that this can be processed in some other kind of fuel. Therefore, I really want to keep that, and the oxygen I want to keep as well, since we're going to need that for our blast furnace back here, which, by the way, already has half a stack more steel. I'm not too sure how the other blast furnaces are doing, also added in this back part of the building. It's looking a little bit like a castle, which isn't too great, but the back part is looking quite ugly anyway. But we can use that as a way to get down here, up here, and see. 8 have been produced, so here's only 3. I'm not too sure what to make of that. Well, it's steel nonetheless. We should now have all the ingredients we need to craft our stack of circuits. I'm not too sure what all we need. I just crafted a bunch of stuff, and I know that it's enough if we use all of it, and might even be more than enough. I have a little bit of recipe already laid out right here. We can add in the circuit board as well as the red alloy wire cables, and now we just need to craft the glass tubes, which I don't remember how to do. So circuit right here, and then these, can I just shift click? Yes, I can. 1 and please. No, it was 2 stacks of steel rods. Okay, we need 2 more stacks of steel rods, which I'm definitely not going to process in the lathe, because that is just taking forever. Going to make a steel file, since I seem to be running through these quite a lot. So let's take 1 and 2, and it's gone. Great investment. Where is my vacuum tubes? Can I now complete this? Yes, I can, and then stuff them over here. 1 stack of electronic circuits again. That is great to have. But this is full. Don't think I'll ever need that again. What I'm currently focusing on is the cupro-nickel heating coils, I believe they're called, since I want to build another blast furnace like this one right here, and we need a lot of these coils. So currently processing some silicon dioxide, which we can then combine with ruby or sapphire dust to create, I believe it's the aluminosilicate wool that we need for these. Since glue is so extremely expensive, I decided to replace some of my coke ovens up here with some glue factories. So we now have an entire iron tank filled with glue, as you can see. No, we don't. I have no idea why it's rendering like glue or milk. I'm not too sure what this liquid even is, but it's definitely creosote in there. I'm currently working on 10 machines at the same time. I have a lot of stuff coming in. For example, I currently want to craft some more cells, as our setup with the oxygen needs some more cells that it can run on full speed, as it has been losing cells and not distributing them equally. So I'm making cells for that. I'm also making cells to get more oil, since we're entirely out right here, and I have to jump start it if I don't get oil rather soon. So that will definitely be an issue, since I don't quite remember how to jump start it. And processing ores, obviously, and probably doing some other stuff. Yeah, right here I'm very, very slowly creating the aluminosilicate wool for something I have to do. I think it's cupronickel. I've been trying to go to this and make a second EBF, so I'm making heat-proof machine casing. I have the 11 of those. Now I need to make the electric blast furnace, and basically going through each and every single step right here. And I'm going to do that probably mostly off camera. The tank down here is also looking very unique. I don't know what kind of liquid it is in there, but it's also very, very buggy, even with the buggy thing. But we're also slowly, very fast filling up the hydrogen sulfide, and I might need a tank rather soon. Good news though, the EBF has been running quite well, and we have 300 steel. That is 4 stacks and almost 5, which is really, really good to have. Still have to fix that. I'm currently trying to pretty up the area right here, since it's looking pretty terrible, I would say. And I kind of want to fix that, at least a little bit, to the best of my abilities. Which I think that looks a lot better than before. By the way, while I am building this up, I can maybe talk about why there hasn't been as much GregTech as I would like to be uploaded. That is mainly because I often start up GregTech only when I see Etho upload a Project Ozone episode. And you might notice my upload schedule is even worse than his, and his is non-existent. So that's about how terrible my upload schedule is. I just always feel inspired when he builds on his base and progresses in the Modpack, since it's similarly difficult. This one is a little bit more difficult, obviously, but I always feel a little bit inspired when watching him. And if you have any suggestions of YouTubers that play similarly difficult mod packs that cut out the boring bits like I try to do and leave in the interesting bits and also build a nice space, then I would really like to hear those suggestions to maybe motivate me to more often start up the pack. But I gotta think about what I want to do right now, because I already forgot, since I'm terrible at talking and doing things. I want to make these guys, since I wanted to decorate the lower area and cover it up a little bit more. And I'm going to decorate that a little bit, just so it's looking acceptable. I mean, nothing in here is looking really pretty, and it's also very gloomy, but I don't know that I can get rid of that without adding in some skylights somewhere. We have a lot of stuff to wait on right now. We have the ingot processing, the ore processing, which is pretty much done now. That is really nice to see. We have our tin plates making into cells. The tin plates, I took a few tin ingots out so we could start making the cells, since we really kind of need them right about now, as we completely ran out of oil, and this area is also now running out of oil. And I, as I said, don't know how to kickstart it. But currently we can't really do that much stuff other than waiting around, which is kind of boring. So let's see what we can do in the quest book. I saw 2 things that piqued my interest. First is how to bee and bee breeding, as well as the Thaumcraft. Where is it? Right here. So we would need a raven's feather. What is it called? The magic map focus. As well as some ironwood. Should be able to get that. And then we make a wand. yeah, should be able to do that as well. So let's go on an adventure in the Twilight Forest. Well, I can't really go on the Twilight adventure just yet, as I have to get a lot more oil that my machines are running, since I can't really go on the adventure and then come back to fix 100 of my machines which aren't running since we don't have enough oil. So I'm currently in my oil deposit right here, and we have a lot of oil in this direction which I have to move the pump to. But this is my setup. I don't think I ever showed this. We have a pump right here that pumps the oil, that goes into a combustion generator as well as into a tank. From the tank we pump it into a basic fluid canner, which we can put the empty cells into from the top, and that exports it into the better barrel here. So I just have to stand by and wait for it to pump, which by the way is really slow. After around 2 more hours my time, we can finally start our adventure in the Twilight Forest. And I already forgot what we were looking for. I just know that we were looking for ironwood as well as a raven's feather. The maze map focus is what I believe it's called. No, it's not. It's the other thing. The map for the Twilight. That's what I know it is, but I don't quite know the name. And ravens are found around these pillars, these obelisks. Like this dude right here. Do I have fortune? I packed a weapon, but it doesn't have fortune. Please stay still. There we go, got 2. Let's take some more while we have some of these ravens available. Let's see if there are any more. That's our node right here. Did it say anything? No, it's just a number. I thought there was something special about the node. No, and I also don't see any more rabbits. So, what else did we need? I've been working on the EBF as well. Kill all the things. Now we are in Novice Thaumaturge. Right here. Torchberries and glowstone. Glowstone we get in the nether, but we should be able to do the other stuff that we have right here. The ironwood and impregnated stick, I'm not too sure. These should be possible. Yeah, sure. Here we go, torchberries. Let's pick those up. And we even have to, I harvested some before, but I didn't see them in my inventory. Now we just need some glowstone, which we have near the base, as well as some ironwood, which we should be able to find in some caves down here. Found a little bit, and it was just a few more steps, but I don't think that will be enough. No, it's just 1 each, and we need 9, I believe, and 4 ingots in total is what it was. Yeah, 9 liver root. Live root, not liver root. I just saw something very important, and it was a zombie villager. My idea was to have a iron farm, like completely vanilla iron farm, and for that we just needed some villagers. A golden lasso is easy enough to craft, and I believe with a golden lasso you can transport villagers. And if you can't, there must be a way to transport them. And then we could just maybe build up an iron farm. If that's possible, and if I feel like it, that might be a good idea. Currently we have enough iron to last us for a while, but that might be something to look into, or to keep in mind at least. I believe our Twilight adventure is actually already over, which is a little bit surprising since that wasn't really that long. Question, do we have glowstone? Yes we do. So, quest complete, magic maze, magic map focus without the maze. Okay. Yeah, I knew all of that, and then just make a magic map with the paper stack. Or rather, hand that stuff in order to get one. Good to know, good to know. And now we just need some iron dust and some gold dust. I already have iron dust since I'm currently making steel, so it's just a little bit more gold dust we have to craft. And then also to get some seed oil, we just need 5 seeds as far as I know, since seeds each give 10 liters, and we need 50 liters for our 1 impregnated stick, as well as 1 piece of wood, which we should definitely have somewhere over here. I just saw it. Yes, there we go. Let me craft all of those things. I almost feel as if machines have been getting slower. A lot slower. Really slower. Just as slow as me. Especially the macerator. Wasn't quick always, but the bending machine. That's what has really surprised me. It's really, really slow since I've been trying to make a lot of cells, but it's been taking forever. Anyway, let's put in the wood and see as nothing works. What did I do wrong? I'm probably going about this the wrong way. No, there we go. 2. Do I have that? 6, 19, 1, 12, 10, and 4. So I don't. Quickly made one as we had a 1 circuit, another configuration 1 lying around, and we already had an extra one, so we had 2 of them. So I converted one of these into a configuration 2. Either it's done or it's taking 5 hours to complete. Let's look in the chest. It's done. That's good news. Also, this is seemingly mostly done. Your first one, that has updated. Ironwood dust. Can we quickly do that? Tiny pile of gold dust. Why have I made so much gold then? Little bit confused. Can I not? Yes, I can. Small piles. How can I get these into tiny piles? Just stuff the other stuff inside? Let me figure this out. Okay, it depends where you put it. And this will... I think we just needed 9, right? I believe so. Is it shapeless? Yes, it is. And that is 18, which should be enough to update the quest. And now probably just smelt it, I'm guessing. Yes, we do. Here we go. It's done cooking now. 18. Yes, that's the correct amount. And we can claim our... Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Should have done that early. Even blacksmith coins, which we need for buying steel. Steel leaf. We should... Didn't we maybe even get that stuff? Let's quickly check it out. Oh, let's maybe not do that. I know how unsorted my chests are, and it's going to take an hour just looking through all of my chests. Also, working on the blast furnace currently. Right here we have some cupronickel coils, some cupronickel wire. I'm getting some silicon dioxide in the centrifuge over here, and all of that stuff is just happening in the background right now. We should or might be able to do the wand now. We need 2 caps. I looked at the recipe though, and it required some more stuff. Is this like a consume task? It did not update. Now it did. Okay, we actually need the other stuff. So Naga scale and aluminium screws. Yeah, that's what I saw. And then we can craft the thing. Good to know. And we even get some cool stuff over here. Luckily, we have quite a lot of aluminium that I processed. And with that, where's my file over here? Those should be the last components we needed. Quest updated. And I don't quite remember, but it's something like this shape that we want to make the wand. Perfect. Your first wand. Quest complete. Okay, we can claim spawn ocelots. Need some... Okay. We would need the scanner thing, though, in order to see them. We can make a brewing stand now. Oh, like night vision. Oh, that's so nice if we finally have that. Other stuff. Thaumanomicon. That stuff. And we're looking for the infused stones now as well. Okay, good to know. Well, we are over time once again, but at least we got a few quests started and a few quests done as well. Still working on the blast furnace, and maybe we'll get that set up next episode or delve more into Thaumcraft. Until then though, I hope you enjoyed the episode and that you tune in next time.